Hey everybody, it's Monday, December 21st, and I'm going to be doing a drive from my gym here in St. Paul, Minnesota to Micro Center in St. Louis Park. There's not a ton of city driving on this route, but I figured I'd give it a record anyways. We had some snow earlier this morning. The roads are partially plowed, so I had some interesting results in another video I recorded this morning. But anyways, let's see how FSD Beta 10.8 does here, and let's go for a drive. Alright, I'll just make a comment. I've noticed something now in a few drives with 10.8. When there's a car turning like that, in previous builds, the car would kind of come to almost a complete stop. And the improvement that I see now is the car slows down, but not as abruptly, and then it more quickly recovers and continues on going straight. So it's nice to see that, because that's been a problem pretty much throughout every FSD 10.x build so far. Alright, so even with the center lane pretty much completely covered in snow there, the car did an excellent job, confidently merging over when it was clear to do so. So again, we continue to see more and more confidence dealing with these mixed conditions in every FSD build, so it's good to see that Tesla is applying some training focus there. Alright, so one thing that I just want to comment on that I would like to see, I guess, with the Assertive setting, which is what I'm running here for the FSD profile, when there's a car turning like that, I would like to see some more aggressive behavior going more towards the right and then passing that turning car. And again, you can see there's a lot of pedestrians that are ready to jaywalk. In previous builds, the car would have just simply jammed on the brakes as soon as it picked them up, as being overly cautious. Now it's much more confident in interacting with pedestrians and just navigating them around them, which is great. So especially when you're in, I'm in downtown St. Paul right now, and there's always people walking around and stuff like that. So it makes the car less jerky when you're driving around areas like this. Alright, so I'm going to take over here actually because the light changed and there's a lot of traffic because of a Minnesota Wild game here, so I'm just going to inch forward. The car did everything it should have, and if I would have let it continue, it would have actually passed the cars that were kind of blocking us in the middle of the intersection, and we would have been able to go around. However, there was a car quickly coming up behind us on the left there, which is why, again, I disengaged there, but the car seemed to be doing everything right up to that point there, so I'm not going to report anything there. It's just kind of a tough situation with the kind of traffic we're getting right now because of the hockey game. So another improvement I want to call out, or possible improvement I should say, since we haven't done a ton of merging yet with this build, but in the previous 10.6 build and 10.5, they were definitely changing or trying something new in terms of merging, right? The code was basically unusable. Every time I had to go and merge onto the freeway, the car would be so jerky with the brake and throttle inputs going back and forth between the two. I always end up disengaging and just doing it manually. I've noticed some improvements from the couple times that I've done merging on the highway, just like this last occurrence here. That leads me to believe again that they're in the process of properly addressing this with some new approach that was maybe just a little bit buggy in the previous builds. So honestly, it's good to see. It's a step in the right direction and a step towards, I think, the full FSD stack for both highway and city driving. So cool to see all this kind of happening. All right, so we just exited Highway 100 south there, and now we're just taking our last exit here. So like I said, not very much city driving, pretty uneventful. AutoPilot took us most of the way there, so I fast forwarded through a lot of that part and just got us to where we need to be now. So I'm going to make this final turn going into the parking lot here because the car likes to kind of go all the way around. And that kind of concludes this drive. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.